Hi, this is RJ with SingleDad.com, your universal network for single dads. Today we're going to talk about Mexican food, and I'm going to start off with salsa. I'm going to start off with the cilantro. It's got great nutritional value, I like to use it, and the kids love the flavor of it. The next item is tomatoes, and depending on how much we're going to use on the tomatoes, I've chosen vine-ripe tomatoes, and I've got 5 of them with me. The next item is garlic. And don't worry guys, this isn't going to be too offensive to anybody because when you grill it with the onions, it comes out really well with the texture of the salsa, and your kids are going to love it. The next item is canned tomatoes. Now, depending on how much salsa we're going to cook today, I can use 1 or 2 cans depending on it. I have 3 kids, so if I'm going to make salsa for the week, I'll probably use maybe 1 to 2. The next item is the chilies. Now this is something, of course, I'm going to show you with 2 types of chilies. Of course, you can use as many types of chilies you want. The 2 I've chosen is the yellow chili and the serrano chili. I have my kids here helping me out with the tortillas, and we have the chilies, the green onions, and the tomatoes being roasted. It's one of the family favorites when we have a roasted tomato, roasted chili in our salsa. Not necessary, folks, but I recommend it. It definitely adds a flavor to it. We're also talking about the cilantro to add in the salsa we're going to make, and some fresh green onions. So I've used basically 2 bushels of green onions and 1 bushel of cilantro. I've got approximately 3 tomatoes over there, and I'm going to grab a couple more tomatoes just for the freshness. 1 red onion and 1 of the Texas sweet onions. 2 cans of whole tomatoes, some fresh minced garlic, and like I talked about the level of spiciness, guys, I'm going to be using some oranges and limes, and again, this is something that's based on how you prefer your salsa. I want to make it mild since I'm going to use this salsa all week for all the recipes that we're cooking. The overall prep time is probably about 15 minutes, and making the salsa for the week, like I said, you can refrigerate it, you can freeze some of it. I'm making about enough to last not only this week, but definitely enough to freeze. I mix this in. What do you know? I've got the base for the salsa. So I've got everything ready to go right now. And I would probably recommend to most guys, don't use your margarita mixer. Have a house mixer that you're going to mix your foods with, and keep it separate and guard your margarita mixer. This is not my margarita mixer, so I'm going to use this for my salsa. I have actually a separate blender. This is a nicer model, but again, blenders are not that expensive, so if you're going to do a lot of cooking and find some fun food cooking for your kids, get a cheap model. So basically just take a couple scoops. I know what you guys can do for me. We've got some tortilla strips. Can you get some chips out? We're going to need some official samplers.
Chips?
Yes. It's right here. Give yourself some room. Depending on how coarse or chunky you want your salsa, it's all going to depend on how much you want to grill or continue using the mixer. So here we go. This will be our first run. All right, son, you want to give it a test? You want to give it a test? All right, honey. Go ahead, give it a try. Put it in and tell me what you think. Oh no. Tell me what you think of the salsa. Not too spicy? Just right? Good? Okay. Good. It's tomatoey. That's how easy it was.